So hello everyone and welcome back down to the plot. It's been a while since I've been down here. As I mentioned, I've been kind of away a lot over the last couple of months. So I was gone for all of November, part of October and the start of December as well. And I also had some university work that kind of took precedent over coming down here last week. So this is really the first chance I've had to come down in well over a month. So what I thought I'd do is give a quick plot tour and see what we're starting back with. And we can then go from there. So as per usual, we're going to start with plot 89. As I said, bear in mind I've not been down here for well over a month. You see we start to grass over on some of these, which is not a problem, that's easily cleared. And if nothing else, having the grass on here is going to keep the weeds back for now as well. So this is where my raspberry bed used to be. As you can see here, I've got some raspberries soaking in some water that are going to go into the raspberry bed on the other plot later. And I'll film that for another video. So here, I did put some strawberry runners in here. I don't think, no, that's not strawberries that are coming up there. This will be cleared over again at some point soon as well. And the same with the rhubarb bed. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this, whether I'm just going to clear it over or what. I might get some of the smart cover to put down because that did really well on here last time. So here we have our white currant bushes, obviously died off in the winter, but we did get some growth on those during the year, so hopefully next year they'll do well. Over on this side is where we've got our cherry plants, but again those have died back for the winter. Her bed needs a bit of clearing again. We've got some rosemary there growing, and we've got sporadically along here other little rosemary plants as well. We do have the thyme down here buried away, but that's growing really well. And we do have a mint plant in there somewhere, which is probably dying back for the winter as well. So moving over, this is where my corn bed was. I never actually got around to picking the corn because they were really small, and then by the time they were probably ready, I'd imagine the mice probably had those. Next one, this is where I planted my chilli plants. Now this, well, some of my chilli plants and peppers. As you can see from this one, this doesn't really have much in the way of weeds on it. It's not been weeded for a few months, but this was the bed that I set up as a no-dig bed last year. Throughout this year, it's just had a layer of grass clippings over it, which it seems to have helped. All the grass clippings have rotted down, but the soil that's there looks really good. This is where we had the courgette plant growing. We did get a couple off of there. It wasn't massively impressive. This bed I'm going to do an overhaul and turn it into a no-dig bed as well. In this bed, I think this is the purple sprouting broccoli that I've got planted in here. So long ago that I planted it, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it is. This was netted, obviously you can see the net's blown down, but the plants that are here seem to be doing quite well. And I think obviously we're past the point where we have the cabbage whites now anyway, so the netting doesn't need to stay on. This one was another chilli bed. Again, it's got some weeds, but it's not horrific. I did change this to a no-dig bed and put the grass clippings on here again, and that's done quite well. And then this one over here was where I had my tomatoes. Obviously they've all died back, but the ground has stayed fairly clear, and again there's grass clippings over that. So I think the grass clippings on top of the beds works really well. I'll be doing that again next year. A bit further along we can see all of our fruit trees. Obviously all lost the leaves, ready for the winter. And this one I still need to stake up at some point. Veg trunk is still in place, Vegepod even. It's not blown away or blown over like I thought it might. The wild area has kind of lost all its colour now. We did have the big gladioli come up. As you can see, we've still got some of the plants there. But obviously that's all died back for the winter as well. Not seen much life in the pond this year other than some mosquitoes, but hopefully as the years go on we'll get a bit more wildlife coming to that pond. But yeah, I'll do some more wildflower seeds on this one next year as well, hopefully a bit earlier, and get those growing. My perennial weed liquid is going well. It absolutely stinks, but at least it means those perennial weeds aren't going to grow. Compost bin has gone down quite a lot. I'm not sure about the other one. So I open it and we have a mouse jump out at me. Oh, that one's gone down massively as well. We did take some out of here earlier in the year, and it was good stuff. T-bunker still standing strong. Hopefully next week I'm going to do some work on that and get it ready to see me through the winter, so I can come down during the winter and have my cups of tea and stuff in there. And then the rest of this is weeds. I did have a go at trying to cut these back during the summer, but they were just too strong. So hopefully in the next few weeks, when it's a bit drier, I'll get the strimmer down, strim all these, and I'll weed membrane the back of this plot ready to put some beds on. So that is the first plot, and we'll move along to the second. So here we are, we're back for plot 64 now, so that's the second plot. Looking down, it doesn't look horrific. So obviously the beds here, we had lots of plants growing. Obviously they've all died back for the winter now. So we had courgettes and things like that in here. These were kind of made up as no-dig beds, sort of midway through the summer. And they're doing reasonably well. There's not masses of weeds in these. Not masses of plants to pick either, but not masses of weeds. So you can see most of them dead. These ones haven't been done yet. This one was where I put my chard, and we've actually still got a little bit of chard growing in here. It's not exactly taken over the bed, but I have got some more at home which I'm going to come and put in this bed as well. We are getting some weeds come up between the membrane. I do need to get a covering down on here. I was going to put wood chip, but we don't have a supply of wood chip here anymore. So I need to decide what I'm going to put down here, whether I find some wood chip to put down, or buy some wood chip to put down, which could get quite expensive for this fairly large area, or whether I just put some shingle down, which I think it looks nice. But equally, at least with the wood chip, if it rots down, it means I can put it on beds. But let me know what you think in the comments. Part of here we did have covered in wood chips, which is keeping the weeds down fairly well, but not perfect. Coming over to this bed here, I did plant some carrots in this one, but it looks like absolutely none of them come through. I did plant them fairly late in the year. Oh, I lie. I found one tiny carrot plant there, and I can't see another single one in there. This bed wasn't filled with compost, it was just filled with sieved soil. I will top it up a bit more for next year and make it a bit deeper, and I'll get carrots planted earlier as well. So I don't think we'll be getting a great carrot harvest for Christmas Day from that. Coming along, so loads of these pallet collars left. Plan for those is they're all going to go at the back of the other plot when I've cleared that. I did start clearing some of the rubbish from along here last time I was here, so these will all be opened up as beds eventually. This is the raspberry bed that was here when I took this plot on. It's never been very productive, so this will probably go as well and be replaced by the one that I'm going to be planting myself. So coming along, and here is the raspberry bed that I'm going to be planting up today. This was cleared quite a while ago, a good few months ago, and I'm really surprised to see that actually we've got hardly any weeds. We did have 3 raspberries planted in here. We've got one just down there, one down there, and the other one is there as well. But the idea is this is all going to be raspberries in this bed here. Trees have obviously lost all the leaves and fruit. Never did get around to picking these, but these trees will be pruned at some point during the winter. And I need to work out what I'm going to do here, because I've got two trees that are literally on top of each other, which I think is affecting how they're growing. So I don't know whether I can just move one, how tricky that's going to be. I don't know how established the roots are on these, but I might just get rid of one and try and straighten the other one up a little bit. So I think I'll probably get rid of the smaller one over that side and keep this big one in the middle and just prune that this year. So here we had some red currant bushes. Those have all died back. We did get some red currants off of those during the year. And up here, this was where I had my bean bed this year. Obviously in the wind and stuff, this has got a little bit kind of blown down. We did have some runner beans. They were really nice. But next year again, I need to get started a bit earlier and clear this bed earlier. And then the same goes for this bed. What I did forget to have a look at is I dug up and replanted my blackcurrant bed last time I was down here. Let's have a quick look at that and see how that's doing. So here we go. It's a lot tighter than it used to be, and I've got a mix of old established plants along here, but then I've also got two new blackcurrants, which actually, if you have a look, don't know if it'll focus, but we've got some new buds coming on that. Might well be the case that the old ones don't do very well, haven't been moved, but at least we've got the new ones in here to grow as well. Worst comes to worst, I can always get a few more. I think I do actually have a seedling blackcurrant plant at home. So there we go, that is the December tour done, and I should imagine the last one for this year. Not a lot is going to change in the next couple of weeks probably, and I probably won't do another tour for a little while, because over the next couple of months there may well be changes, but there's not going to be anything really growing. But I'll play by ear. If it looks like there's been big changes, I'll do a little tour in probably a month or 2 months, but we'll see. So anyway, thank you for watching, take care, happy allotmenting.